if you think the enemy is those at the top, you feel powerless. If you think the enemy is someone who lives next door or someone down the road in your community or someone who's weaker than you, it makes you feel powerful. And that is historically the foundation of fascism. It is redirecting people's rage at their own exploitation and oppression onto groups kind of lower down the food chain than them. And it creates these kind of powerful social movements that completely avoid talking about issues of class and economics, and instead mobilize that rage at people's disempowerment against social groups that are less powerful. People like Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister, they're really concerned about the rise of reform, because Starmer has again pursued basically a continuation of the economic policy of the Conservatives. It's making inequality worse. Public services aren't functioning very effectively. Growth doesn't look like it's going to recover. We're going to go into a recession. And that is why people start looking at reform, because they're like, you promised our lives would get better and it hasn't gotten better. And so Keir Starmer answers that rather than by saying, okay, we're going to change the economy, by saying, no, you're right. Reform is correct on migration and we're actually going to be tough on migration. But as soon as you say reform is correct on migration, people aren't going to vote for Labour. People are going to vote for reform. I wouldn't say that today the reason that we're having all of these debates about migration is that migration has become unsustainable. You know, if you look at the communities in which people are most aggrieved about this, they don't have very much migration because they don't have many jobs. So the migrants don't move there. But they are really pissed off about feeling powerlessness and wanting to have someone to blame. And when our political class reinforces that, it actually undermines their own base. And that's what I think's been happening.